folks with no lights on the stairs. We were young, so young, and always broke. Not that we ever cared. Not that we ever cared. Well, the holes in the walls were such a lot. Welcome to London town. But when you're new to it all, when you think you're hot, you're not planning on hanging around. People would go on a different ways. I left to start a band. A note came through, I let it off in your childlike hand. And jokes and drinks and smokes and no lights on the stairs. We were young, so young, and always broke. Not that we ever cared. Not that we ever cared. So one day I rode out to where you were. Doorbell jangled the note. They buzzed me in. I climbed up the stairs in my boots and a leather coat. There's an old brass stand in there at the top, without her witch's broom. It almost seemed like a knocking shop when the girls came out of their rooms. Oh, and they all stood around, stared at me, two brunettes and a blonde. Then the old brass shrugged and said, we don't know where she's gone. Later on I picked up the ball and I took off down. I suppose by then I'd realize you run into hard time. Oh, laughs and jokes and drinks and smokes and no lights on the stairs. We were young, so young, always broke. Not that we ever, not that we In the Siskiyou Mountains, the old railroad winds through the golds of the maples and the green of the pines. Up to Tunnel 13, the southern she climbs, and 3 bandits waiting with evil in mind. The Diotremont brothers had chosen their road, chosen to live by a criminal code. Word was the mail car was loaded with gold. The brothers had heard it, or had maybe been told. They wanted no witnesses, that was a fact. The brothers were bent on a barbarous act. Gold there was none, only sadness and tears, and the law coming after them, year after year. 3 bandits, hearts filled with resentment and hate, killed mill clerk Elvin Doherty, engineer Sidney Bates. With shotgun and pistols, they were panicking when they killed brakeman Carl Johnson, fireman Marvin Sam. Robbing and looting is as old as the hills. They're still jumping freight trains with crowbars and drills. 100 years later, in downtown LA, they rob the Union Pacific damn near every day. 4 good men lay murdered in the dogwoods and pines, leaving widows and children and heartbreak behind. Tunnel 13 is the place in the song where the beautiful redwood for my guitar came from.
There'll be one or two in every crowd, one or two lads being loud, having themselves a weekend. Come out the beer tent with their mates, look over where we stand and wait. Gonna wanna be showing off to the girlfriend. Over to the booth they'll come and stand. One's gonna wanna put up his hand, but he's maybe had a drink, never seen a real ring. Take on his pals, keep on his shirt. We don't want locals getting hurt. Our people on the show are all the real thing. We were here back then since way back when, in the long hot summers. Here back then and we're back again, taking on all comers, all comers. Keep your hands up and your expectations slim. You never underestimate the man who's climbing